Hello, I'm Dr. David Torres and I'm a clinical psychopharmacologist. I'm here to talk to you about the dopamine pathways in the brain. In the 1950s, Canadian researchers implanted stimulating electrodes in the nucleus accumbens of rats and found that the rats would jump over electrified fences to self-administer a shock to their pleasure center, giving us our current model for substance misuse. Robert Heath was thankfully stopped before he implanted these electrodes in humans. Dopamine is known as the pleasure chemical which drives firing in the nucleus accumbens. There are 5 dopamine pathways which begin in our brainstem and reach out to all areas of our brain except the cerebellum. The mesolimbic pathway which drives our pleasure center, the nucleus accumbens. The nigrostriatal pathway which drives our motor system. The tuberoinfundibular pathway which drives our hormonal levels, and the mesocortical pathway which drives our attention, concentration, and relatedness to others. We don't know much about the dopamine pathway to the thalamus yet, but it may have an effect on sensory filtering. Regulation of these pathways has an enormous bearing on our thoughts and behaviors. With careful medication management, we can regulate dopamine pathways in one area of the brain while minimizing an effect in another. Ideally, when we are trying to stabilize moods, we are trying to reduce subcortical mesolimbic firing, while at the same time trying to improve cognition by increasing mesocortical firing. The first order of business in stabilizing a mood is to block 70 to 80% of D2 receptors in the mesolimbic pathway for 2 hours every day. Doses that block greater than 80% of D2 receptors increase motor effects in the nigrostriatal pathway. Above this dose, we can also see hormonal side effects in the tuberoinfundibular pathway, such as prolactin elevation. If too high of a dose of dopamine blocking agent is used, inattention occurs by blocking dopamine in the frontal lobes. If this happens, the use of a stimulant, non-stimulant, or wake promoter can be used, which can specifically increase dopamine levels in the prefrontal cortex. Medications like Ritalin, Concerta, Strattera, Nuvigil, Provigil can all increase attention and concentration and may improve relatedness to others and people with apathy. You can go to my website, shrinkharmony.com, to find out more about these medications, my book, The Art and Theory of Bipolar Disorder Medication Management, and how to sign up for my neuroscience office lectures on Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 9 to 10 a.m. From shrinkharmony.com, I'm Dr. David Torres. We'll see you soon.